Hello and good morning. We are doing a flow today. Record. I've got the double mics on because I'm videoing one. Got one camera and another camera. The other one's going for the YouTube. If you see me looking at multiple cameras, that is why. Get a good angle here. There we go. If you have a block today, we're going to grab a block for our flow. Got a couple of minutes before we start. Got my coffee. I've been trying this delay your coffee intake by an hour. That's for the birds. We're not doing it no more. Did it for a couple of days. Not doing it anymore. Not on days like today, where we are up early, hearing some interesting noises in our backyard. So give people a couple of minutes to join, to get their block if they're going to join today. If they're not going to join, if you're not joining by live, I will have this video up on both my Instagram feed and on my YouTube channel this week, so you can practice whenever you would like. But if you are joining, if you are going to do the flow, grab a block and we'll get set up. It's past 5:30, so we're going to go ahead and go. If you don't have a block, that's okay. You'll still be able to do all of our flow today without a block. But if you do have a block, grab it. You're going to lie down on your back, take your hips up in the air, and put that block on level 2 underneath your sacrum. That's where your low back meets your hips. Just kind of find a little place where it's comfortable and let that low back begin to lengthen. Give your hip flexors a little passive opening. And in everything that we do today, I just want you to remind yourself that you don't have to do all the poses that I call out. You can definitely modify everything, vary the poses as your body needs. I'm still working with a little bit of a foot injury. Shoulder injury has resolved itself. Now the foot is injured, so my balance on my left side is a little janky. And begin to settle into your mat. A lot of us just woke up, so we're just going to take a couple of breaths here to bring the mind and the body in one space. Depending on the type of person that you are, you might need a little bit to wake up. Or if you're like me, you wake up and your mind immediately comes online and begins to cycle through the different things that you need to do today. I need to follow up with this person. I need to do that. I need to do this. None of that can be done right now. So we're just going to take 3 more breaths to create that union, that mind, body, and soul in one space. One last breath. Let's all do it together. Inhale into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And then exhale down to the bottom. Hi, I'm doing some yoga. Good morning.
Father just kicked my stuffy toys out of his room.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, Mommy's going to do some yoga. Can you be quiet while Mommy does yoga? Okay. Hi, give me a kiss.
You're supposed to stay inside.
Oh, well, I'm doing it on Instagram, so there are people that are doing it with me. Why don't you go and watch a little bit of TV while Mommy does it, okay? I love you.
Too late. I can't watch TV.
You can't watch TV? All right, why don't you take the doggy inside? Okay, then you guys are going to have to make sure that you don't interrupt, okay? We're going to take that block out from underneath our sacrum, rock and roll our spine front and back.
I won.
Yes, baby. And land in a seated position.
At nighttime, when I went on the walk at Rose,
Cross your ankles.
Girls workouts.
Bring your hands to your knees.
That's what I just saw.
What'd you just see?
A baby caterpillar.
A baby caterpillar.
Yeah.
That's the cutest. Inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, round your upper back. So seated cow and cat. Breathe in, lift your heart. Exhale, round your upper back. We're going to use our hands on our knees to create that lift and round with the spine. Your boo-boo. Okay, bye. I would like for you, you're almost as bad as the toddler. You come over there, okay? Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. You just gotta flow with it sometimes. One more time. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Back to your seated position. We're going to drop the right hand. Lift the left hand up and over, coming to either the palm of the hand or all the way down onto the forearm, opening up through the side body. Then press into the hand, drop the left hand, reach the right hand up and over. So do that with your breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. And then exhale, side bend. One more time to each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Ooh, that side is tight. Back to center. Walk the hands forward. And scoot your hips back, getting a nice easy hip opener to start our practice. Then walk your hands back in. We're going to switch which ankle is in front. And then do the same thing. Walk the hands out. Drop the head. This little warm up today. And walk the hands back in. Roll over the ankles coming into tabletop. And as you set up, hands underneath the shoulders and hips over the knees. We're going to stretch the right leg back, so activating the back line of the body from the glute all the way through the heel. Bend the knee, and we're going to kick up towards the ceiling and drop down. So not coming from the low back, just from that hip. So that means that the movement doesn't have to be very big. So I'm not taking this huge little lift here. It's just a couple of inches up and down, just to activate the glute muscle for our standing postures, to keep our hips and our pelvis, same thing, are nice and stable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then kick the right leg out. Cross it behind the left. Look over your left shoulder for those toes. Move back into tabletop, hands and knees. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. So extend the left leg back. Bend the left knee. Pull the lower belly in, say hi to Cody, and then press up and down, my ever-present shadow. Like we're pushing a weight from our heel to the ceiling, resisting, stamping the heel on the ceiling. 5 more. Activating the glute, which is always a good idea to purposefully activate glute muscle, especially if you're ever doing like lifting weights and you're doing glutes. Glutes are legs. Oh, that was more than 5. One more. All right, kick back, cross it behind the right leg, look over the right shoulder for the left toes. Get to watch the sunrise today. Back to tabletop position. Tuck the toes under, lift up and back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out, pull in the lower belly so that you can lift your hips. Maybe bend your knees so that you can get your hips a little bit higher. And begin to walk your feet slowly forward, maybe even coming up onto your tippy toes, pressing into the palms. Begin to activate the arms. Oh, and then when you finally get to the top, drop the heels. Let your upper half hang heavy. Grab onto the elbows with your hands and let yourself sway from side to side. We might get another visit from the toddler in the next Oh, we got 25 minutes. I'm surprised he's up this early. He went to bed late, but... All right, come back to center. Bend the left knee. So you want the right leg to be straight. And if you've got that block, you can use it underneath the palm, especially if you have long legs or if your hamstrings are a little cranky today, which mine seem to always be cranky. Bend the left knee, left palm on the block or on the ground, or you can even make a fist. We're going to then just shift and open towards the right side. Bring the right arm up. That gets into the right glute, all the way down into that hamstring. If you'd like to, too, make some circles with your arms to warm up the shoulders. Go in a couple of directions. Go the other direction. And then we're just switch sides. So bend the right knee, plant the right palm, straighten the left leg, rotate towards the left, lift up the left arm. And you can stay here, or you can begin to circle out the left arm. A couple of times in one direction. Switch, go the opposite direction. And back to your forward fold. We're going to kick that block off to the side, heel toe our feet together. Soften the knees, let the head hang, let the arms hang, and then roll yourself up to stand. Lift your hands up when you come to the top. Bring the palms to touch at heart center. And then just create a mantra for your practice today. Something that I've been focusing on is passion over fear. So what drives me forward should be my passion and not my fear. My passion to create, my passion to generate good things in my life and other people's lives, and not fear of survival, right? There's abundance everywhere. So passion over your fear. Maybe that's the mantra you'd like to take today, or maybe you would like to add something different to your practice. Shut down your eyes and just let that sit there at your heart. In your next breath in, lift your hands up, blink the eyes open. Exhale, heart goes forward, hips go back. That is a hinge, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, shoulders draw back, heart goes forward, then plant the palm, step back, high plank pose. Beginning our journey into Sun Salutation A, come all the way down to the belly with control, elbows by the sides, land, untuck your toes, Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. We're just lifting up halfway. Then exhale, roll back down. Let's do that again. Press into the palms, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose, back down. On this last one, let's lift the hands and float the legs, beginning to activate the back line of the body, those lumbar extensors. Big full breath in. Exhale, release, tuck the toes under, push up, push back, downward facing dog. Take the right leg up, open through the hip and bend the knee. Ooh, make some circles there with your right knee. And switch directions. Step the right foot forward between the hands, or take a couple of steps to get there. Remember, you can always use your block in anything that we do today. Left foot forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise up, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift. Make your way back to that high plank. This time either coming to low plank or another lower to the belly, your choice. If you'd like to come back to Cobra, you can do that, or full spinal extension for upward facing dog. And move back into downward facing dog, hips up and back. And let's do that left side leg lift. So left leg up, open through the hip, bend the knee, and make some big circles there, controlling it from the glute and hip flexor, and not just waving that leg around in the air. Let's do the other direction. Big step forward with that left foot between the hands. Then right foot will follow, forward fold. We're going to speed it up just a little bit, so if you'd like to take it a little slower, that's your choice. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise up, press to the heels, lift the upper body. Forward fold, back down over the thighs. Halfway lift, lengthen from crown to tail. Chaturanga Dandasana, high-low plank or lower to the belly. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's do that again, bend the knees, step, hop, or float top of your space. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise up, breathe in. One more time through, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hi guys. Bend the knees, come to the top of the mat. Utkatasana, chair pose. So we're going to sit down nice and low, hips towards the heels, pulling in through the lower belly. And begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Pick up your left knee. Holding here in this one-legged squat, so we're not coming all the way up to stand. Keep a little bend in that right knee. Step back into crescent lunge with airplane arms. So we're going to drop the chest towards the right thigh, pulling right hip back, left hip forward. Just a little nutation of the pelvis there. Reach the hands back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep this nice and active. Full breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Swing that back arm around. You can take palms up or palms down approach. Good. Straighten the right leg, reach up, reach back, reverse triangle. Straddle pose. So bring the upper body to the center, toes towards the face. Come on down. I'm going to settle into it for a couple of breaths. Then lift your heart up halfway. Turn towards the top of the mat. Angle the right toes forward. Come up on the back toes. Step back to high plank pose. We're going to come down to the forearms, going ahead and ratcheting up that intensity into a forearm plank. Palms can be parallel, or we can interlace the hands as we warm the entire body. Everything is warm now. We're going to rock forward onto the tippy toes. Rock back towards the heels. Rock forward on the tippy toes. Rock back on the heels. One more time, forward on the tippy toes. Back on the heels. Press back up to the hands, high plank. Low plank. Up dog. Just moving through vinyasa. Downward facing dog. All right, left side's turn. Bend the knees, step or hop. Make your way back to Utkatasana chair pose. Woo! Shift your weight to your left foot. Pick up the right knee. This is my hurt foot, so I'm a little wobbly here. We're going to keep that knee up. Keep the left knee bent. Trying not to round through the spine. So strong core, strong back. Then move into crescent lunge with those airplane arms. Chest over the thigh. Strong arms, open heart. So we're not rounded in the shoulders. We're open, rotating externally in the arm bones as we lean. So you see that nice long line of energy in the spine. Breathe in. Exhale. Stay for your breath in. Warrior two, swing that right arm around. Extend through the palms, either up or down. Bend through the left knee. Really strong through the lower half of the body. Breathe in. Exhale. Straighten the left leg. Reverse Trikonasana. Back through center. Swing those left toes in. Come on down into your straddle. Take a couple of breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, come to that halfway lift. And then pivot towards the left foot. Stepping left foot back to meet the right, high plank pose, and moving down into that forearm plank pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Man, 30 minutes goes so fast. We're going to rock it forward. Rock it back. Rock it forward. Rock it back. One more time. Rock it forward. Rock it back. Coming up to high plank. Give yourself a nice big full breath in. Move back down to that low plank. Through your vinyasa, up dog. Downward facing dog. Let's move through that a little quicker, okay? Bend the knees. Step or hop to the top. Chair pose. Weight in the right foot. Pick up that left knee. Not chair, but our crescent with our airplane arms. Stepping back here. Warrior two. Spin it around. Reverse Trikonasana. Reach up, reach back. Through the center. Straddle pose. Come on down. Take it to that halfway lift as soon as you arrive. Spin around. Low lunge, palms plant, right foot to the left foot, high plank, down to that forearm plank. We have 3 times. Rock forward, rock back, rock forward, rock back. One more time. Rock forward, rock back. Back up to the hands. Big full breath in through your vinyasa. Down dog. Make it to the top. Getting the most out of our 30 minutes here. Chair pose. Left side's turn. Sit down nice and low. Shift to the left foot. Pick up the right knee. Crescent lunge with those airplane arms. Moving into warrior 2. Reverse Trikonasana. Straighten the left leg. Reach those fingertips up. Back through center. Straddle. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, come on down. Take it right into that halfway lift. Pivot towards the top of the mat. Coming down to your high plank, into that forearm plank. Listen carefully, we're going to vary it here. Forearm plank. Feel free to stay here or come to the knees, holding, or we can take right knee, right elbow tap. Left knee, left elbow tap. Or get close. Go 3 times through. One more time each side. Yay! Oh, soften the knees, take them down to the earth. Soften the belly, take it down to the earth. Sphinx pose. Lift through the heart. Couple of breaths here. One more inhale. And then exhale. Soften all the way down to the belly. Slide those hands by your sides. Push up, push back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, step or hop top of the space. We're going to grab that block for our add-on. If you have 2, that's even better. I'm just practicing with 1 today, but we're going to make our way into pyramid pose with a little variation. If you have 2, it'll help. Okay, chair pose. Shift the weight to the right foot. Pick up that left knee. Same thing, just adding on. So move into airplane. Dekasana. Now what's the difference between airplane and warrior 3? Airplane is a diagonal. You can see my diagonal in the body. Warrior 3 is parallel to the earth. So we're up a little higher. This is a little bit of a back bend. Breathe in. Exhale. Take another in-breath. Step back into that crescent lunge with that airplane upper body. Okay, we've arrived. Full breath in. Take it around into that warrior 2. Take that opportunity to vary the lower half or move them to where we're in a nice, good, wide warrior 2. Reverse Trikonasana. Trikonasana. Add that on here. Bring the right hand down, left hand up. We rotate towards the side. Back into reverse Trikonasana. Push yourself up. Move to your straddle. Come on down. And since we have just a couple of minutes left, if you are a practiced yogi who can do inversions, and you'd like to do one now, feel free to get upside down. You can do so safely. We are upside down. Make your way back down. All right, now we're going to turn towards that right foot into our low lunge. Straighten the right leg and bump the back toes up. And we want to angle our feet to where we are standing like on pretend railroad ties for pyramid pose. Bow down. Now you can stay here in your pyramid pose. If you'd like to try our peak pose, we can grab onto that block in either hand. We're going to walk it back. We're going to begin to engage the core. Pick up the left heel, squeeze the inner thighs together for this elevated pyramid. Back leg is lifted. So you can see where 2 blocks would really be helpful here. And then set it back down into pyramid pose. Kick that block off to the side. Bend your right knee. Step back into high plank. Make your way back down into that low plank and push back up to your high plank. 3 rounds here of hands to forearms, forearms back up to your hands. One more time. Try not to rock that body so much. Back up to your hands. Full breath in. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Lots of fun there. Let's do the other side. Bend your knees. Make your way to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Sit down nice and low. Shift that weight to the left foot. Pick up the right knee. Balance here for a moment. Dekasana airplane. So taking that diagonal line. Again, shoulder blades squeeze together and down the back. So we have that heart opener. Trying not to fall over on this foot. That hurts. Breathe in. Crescent with that airplane upper body. So really shooting the heart forward. Okay, give me just a second, please. Okay, that's my child. And move into warrior 2. Bend the left knee over the left ankle. Reverse Trikonasana. Into triangle Trikonasana pose. Rotating the chest towards the side. We want to feel a long spine and not a back bend here. So position your upper body maybe a little bit more forward so we don't feel it in our low back here. Back to reverse Trikonasana. Move back through center. Turn toes in. Straddle. Again, if you had the opportunity to go upside down on one side, you want to do it on this side, or if you didn't and you'd like to get upside down on this side, feel free to make your way into an inversion. If you're upside down, make your way back to earth. Take it up to that halfway lift. Walk over to the left foot, pivoting left foot forward, bumping right toes up. We straighten that left leg into pyramid pose. Now, if you'd like to take this lovely little hamstring stretch and just stay here in pyramid pose, that's a great option. If you want to play around, we're going to grab 1 or 2 blocks. Walk the hands back. So we're going to be like a tripod here. And we're going to take the right thigh to touch the left thigh as we lift that right leg up. Really activating the core. Oh. And then take it down. Rebend the left knee. We're going to go one more time, high plank, low plank, because we got to wrap it up 3 times through from the hands to the forearms. From the forearms back up to the hands. That's 1. Do it 2 more times. Down. Up. Again, this is also an option. You can simply hold your forearm plank on the knees. Let's all make our way up to high plank, toes or knees. We can move through vinyasa. And make your way to downward facing dog. All of it is options. You do not have to do the same thing. Right leg up. Half pigeon. Since we've got to wrap it up, let's open those hips. We've done lots of great inner thigh and hamstring openers today. Lots of good core. That pyramid, elevated pyramid is what I call it. You have to have a really activated core to make that happen. Hence all those planks. Come on down if you'd like to take it down a little deeper. What's up, Jitterbug? What? Come here. You can come here. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I actually dropped it.
Oh, no.
So I lose it.
All right, let's move to the other side. Downward facing dog. Can you give me like 2 minutes and I'll help you? Left side, half pigeon. Come here, baby. Oh, you want to do some airplanes?
Oh,
When Mommy wraps up,
wait.
watch my coffee.
Hey, Mom.
Yes, baby bear.
Why is it so dark outside?
Because it's early. After your half pigeon on this side,
Mom,
let's just swing around to the left glute. Feel free to stay here a little bit longer if you need to.
where's
Cross-ankled
Where's
position.
the kitty?
I think it's in Brother's room.
I think he's
Take your hands up.
Mommy.
Palms to the heart. Namaste, guys. Do you want to do some airplanes? Sure.
Yeah.
Don't be a wiggly airplane. You ready?
Ow.
Good job. Fly that airplane. All right. Let me go help you find it, okay? Thank you, guys.
Bye, Cody. Bye, Cody.
Bye, Cody. Bye, Cody.
Where? Where?